The first episode begins in 2040 in Tokyo at the National School for Advanced Medicine. Mizuhara Reito tells Erisa that he loves her. Erisa says that they studied together from school to college. Why he took so long to tell her? Reito says that he has contact with cellular sclerosis. Erisa immediately reads about it and says that a cure is being made for this disease. Reito says that it will take 4 to 5 years for the medicine to be developed, by which time it will go into cold sleep. Reito says that Maida-senpai has also expressed her love for him. Will she say yes to him? Erisa asks Reito what she should do. Reito says he doesn't know and he can't ask him to wait for 5 years. Reito is going to the hospital with his brother and sister, Mahiru, in the car. He looks outside and starts thinking about his society, advancement, and machines. At the hospital, doctors conduct tests on him and prepare to put him in cold sleep. Erisa also comes there. Reito gives her his locket, and Erisa says she will wait for him. Lying in the capsule, Reito continues to stare at Erisa. After 5 years he wakes up. Suumira, attendant, is standing in front of him. Everyone is surprised to see him. She asks him to take a shower and after the shower conducts a medical test on him. He is completely cured. He asks to go out but Mira stops him. She takes him out in the car. She tells him that 40 years ago the MP virus had spread to the world. Due to this, all the men had died. Only those who were in cold sleep are alive. Hearing this, Reito runs out. Everyone is shocked to see him. In the lab, she tells him about the MP virus and details about United Women. United Women have a plan to mate with the surviving men and women and save the world. Reito refuses to hear this. Mira gives him a tab and asks him to choose a woman of his choice. His sister Mahiru also comes there. He asks her about Erisa, and she explains that Erisa is missing. He calls Erisa, but her phone doesn't answer. Mira tells the high command that Reito is not ready for the matting yet. Reito is thinking about Erisa at night. Suddenly Mira comes to his room. She undresses and calls him, but he doesn't go and Mira leaves the room. The other attendant makes fun of her. Reito gets an idea and tracks her pendant. The next day Mira takes Reito to another room and asks her to choose one of the girls on the other side of the screen. Reito refuses. He asks her for a month to find Erisa. She says she still has to spend the night with one of the girls. Hano-sama is lying down watching TV and 2 girls are giving him a massage. His attendant comes and tells him that there is a meeting team. He doesn't like any of the girls in the tab. When the attendant asks him about the TV model, he gets excited. He is in the room. After some time the same model comes and they both meet. Reito is eating. He is talking to Mira. Mira eats all the food. After dinner, Mira tells him that she is giving him a bodyguard and a nurse who will be with him all the time. Reito meets number 2 who is very happy and having fun there. Reito is taking a shower when Akane comes there. She starts kissing him. As she is drinking, Reito also gets a drop in her mouth and she faints. When he wakes up, Sui is on his bed. He gets scared seeing her. He thinks Sui-chan is his nurse. Akane also comes to the bed, and they sleep on the same bed. The next day they go to the animal experimental lab to find Erisa. There suddenly a bear attacks Reito. Sui-chan immediately strikes back at bear and knocks him down. Sui is actually his guard. He visits Ursa's room where he discovers that Ursa was researching the MP virus. She remembers her childhood where Ursa's dog dies from a rare disease, and she sets out to find a cure for the disease. Reito tells Mira that he has made his design, and he will now make the MP virus medicine. Reito comes live on TV and promises everyone that he will make a cure for this virus. Mahiru gets upset seeing him on TV. Women all over the world were amazed to see a living male on TV. Ursa also watches it on TV. Mahiru is angry with him for appearing on TV. Reito finds a bracelet among Ursa's belongings that contains a video. As he watches the video, Ursa tells him that the MP virus is not natural but man-made. Reito comes to Mira and starts talking to them. Mira apologizes to him about the attack at the animal lab. Mira is taking a bath. She finds Ursa's bracelet and finds out about it. They are talking about his speech in the headquarters. They watch the matting of number 1, but number 2 Reito is still unsuccessful. Episode 3 starts in the year 2040. Doikon is at his school. Takamatsu's group of boys bullies him at school. They all call him Doji. He is going to his school, everyone is watching him. In a class where Takamatsu is bullying another boy, Doikon goes to tell them that the teacher is coming. They punch him and go out. Doikon is playing the piano. He was worried. Sensei asks him why he is upset and he says that it is pain in his body. He walks out of the class. His friend asks him to go to the hospital. Doi-kun goes to the hospital. The doctor tells her to call her family. She has cellular cirrhosis. Sensei tells the class that Doi-kun is leaving school, but no one stops for him, and everyone leaves the class. Outside the school, he sees Erika having sex with a boy. They see him and beat him. Doi-kun comes home. He gets a call from his sister Oni-san. He bids her farewell. The next day, he also falls into a cold sleep. When he wakes up, his attendant Karen-chan is in front of him. She takes him to the high school and asks him to stay in a room. Karen-chan tells him about Yuda. She tells him that her father is alive, but he cannot communicate with the outside world right now. In some time he will meet his father. Karen takes him to a class where there are all female students. He sits on his seat and starts thinking about the world. He is happy that he will not have to see the people from his school again. Karen is also in school with him. She takes him to another room where he meets Sensei. Karen leaves. Sensei tells her that if she is free, meet her at night. Doi-kun is sitting on the lawn thinking about Sensei. Karen comes there and tells him about the different girls at school. Doi-kun walks into Sensei's room at night. He starts talking to her, and they both have sex. In class, Karen asks him about the girls he likes. Karen sits on his lap. Shunka comes there. They both talk about their favorite singers. Karen leaves and the two continue to talk about music widows. Tuda plays basketball at school. Doi-kun is watching him. A girl challenges him. They both start playing. Doi-kun has hair. Tuda excuses her and says she will do what he says. Doi-kun is playing the piano. Sensei comes and kisses his wound on the spot. She tells him that she is having chest pains and takes off her shirt. They both start dating. Karen gives an update on the widow call. Sensei hugs Doi-kun. Doi-kun hugs her and them both mate. Doi-kun comes to the gym and jams with the girls. Girls compete in swimming. Shifu undresses Tudu. She throws the Shifu into the pool. Doi-kun calls Sensei but she is not there. Karen tells him on the phone that the AC in one of the rooms is broken and Ichiju-san comes to her room. Doi-kun changes his clothes. Shunka-chan comes to school. Doi-kun asks her about San. Doi-kun calls Sensei and asks if he can meet him, but she says she can't meet him right now. At night, Ichiju-san comes to Doi-kun's bed. She tells him about her father's business. They both kiss and start making out. Reito is watching TV and asks Mira about Mahira. Doi-kun wakes up in the morning and kisses Ichiju-san. Hino-san meets Reito and tells him that he is going to be a father. Doi-kun meets Sensei, who says that he belongs to everyone and that he should talk to Shada-kun. Shada-kun comes to him and he tells her that earlier he didn't believe what he said, but the MK virus has increased its importance. He adds that he has found out the school code. Here are his favorite girls to mate with. San brings him to class. She tells him in class that she is impressed that she has found out the truth. All the girls here want him, she points out, and all the girls take off their clothes. At the high command meeting, Number 3 praises Doi-kun and removes Mira as Reito attendant. Reito is researching about virus. A girl bumps into him and panics and runs away. He's in the cafe. Another girl says he's just taking advantage of being a man. Mira calls him. Mira is removed from her position, and Kuroda Maria, a researcher and category, becomes her new attendant. Mira leaves from there. At Reito's request, Mira is kept with her as a mate candidate. Reito is going to Kaiman City. He asks Maria the reason for leaving. She says that she will meet the MK virus researcher here. He wakes up and surprises Maria's cold drink spittles on him. She is washing her clothes in the washroom. Reito asks her about the virus. She says that the first case of MK virus was reported in Kaiman City. Reito takes place in the pool. All the girls also come there. They ask Reito to wash her back. Reito comes to meet Mrs. Taniguchi. They ask her about her husband, but she does not tell them. On her return, Maria tells that her husband hated technology. I don't know where that time was when he got the virus. Mrs. Tang is talking to Erisa and tells her about Reito. Reito meets Mrs. Taniguchi again. She says they are having babies instead of making vaccines. Kategori explains that Reito hasn't met yet. Reito says that he loves a girl and will not mate with anyone else. Mrs. Taniguchi tells him to go. Reito is in Savannah. A girl comes and starts talking to her. She suddenly falls on the ground and asks Reito to kiss her. As he approaches, Kategori, Maria all come and get angry at him for meeting a stranger. They meet Mrs. Taniguchi again. She tells them to go to the bakery and starts talking to Mira about Ursa. Mira tells him that Reito hasn't met yet. He's waiting for Erisa. Reito brings bread, but Mrs. Taniguchi refuses to eat it. She asks Reito to come next day. She explains to Erisa to meet Reito. In the night, some stranger drops a drop of water in her mouth, which puts her into a coma. Reito takes his picture and leaves. Reito comes to the Kaiman City Hospital where Mrs. Taniguchi's husband was brought after being infected. They look for clues here and there. Suddenly every drop of water falls and she gets scared. Kyuji-sama is with Senpai and the girls. He likes her, and he meets all 3 girls, but he gets tired of doing the same thing every day. Katajiri is in the pool. San comes and tells him that she has seen Mrs. Tang's reports, and it seems that she has been poisoned. Ritu is looking at the photos of Mrs. Tang on the train. Maria tells him about her sister. Sama is traveling in a car. He likes Mahira and wishes to meet her. Ritu is thinking in the room. It comes with information on how to create a virus. He gets worried. Now he doesn't trust anyone. At school, a girl falls in love with another boy. Wani-sama saves him. Ritu asks Maria for research. She says the technical director wants her to do more research on food now. And major research headquarters are in the United States. The attendant tells Ritu about Sama's wish. Rito meets Sama and explains to him. But Sama forces. Rito says he will talk to Mahira. The director is told about Sama. He is further informed that fighting has taken place in Refugee Area 15. More countries are standing against Yudo. In the shower, Akane tells Rito that she has to be careful if she finds out too much about the virus, it will kill her. She further tells that the director is her mother. Katajiri also comes there. She has come to talk about ration distribution. Rito is called for ration distribution. Katajiri comes to Mira, and she tells him she likes him. Rito enters a room where even UW cannot track them. The girls are happy to see him distributing the ration. A girl from a building tries to shoot him, but Wani-sama kills her already. She says she doesn't like him, but someone else will be sad if Rito dies. Rito and Mahira are with Sama. Sama tries to impress her, but she rejects him. The rest of the girls are talking about Rito. Rito is doing research on viruses on an old computer. Sama meets another girl. Raito and Aiken is doing research together. They find out that all the missing people are hiding in a hospital in Kamen City Hospital. They all were shocked, so see you in the next video.